Good morning everyone, how are you today? Hope that you are fine. Today we are going to continue unit 7 in our O-level book, so please go and bring your O-level book in order to continue what we are having in unit 7. Do you remember what we have mentioned in unit 7? It was talking about the zoo animals escape, and it was talking about the emergency and how we can ask for help in order not to be in a dangerous situation. Here we are going to mention the comprehension and some exercises for it, so are you ready? Okay, let's start with having the first comprehension that we are having today. Welcome to Cairo Zoo's giant panda home. Are you ready? Okay, let's move to slide number 2 in order to read what we are having for today. Bob and Lily are our giant pandas. Bob is 15 years old. Lily is 20 years old. Here are some facts about the giant pandas, and here please I want all of you to underline or highlight the word giant, which means very huge or very big. When giant pandas are born, they weigh here, which means the weight of them, how heavy. They weigh about 80 to 140 grams. Wow, they were very little. Adults usually weigh from 80 to 125 kilos. Giant pandas eat bamboo. They don't hibernate in the winter because they have to eat 8 to 16 kilos of bamboo every day. So I want all of you please to just underline or highlight the word hibernate, and hibernate means to spend the winter in a dormant state, which means to sleep for a very long time in winter, or to just hide in a place in winter in order not to be not to face the very cold weather or the very hard circumstances of being in winter, especially if the winter is so cruel in some places. So you can find that some animals spend their spring and summer just trying to store very large amounts of food in order to prepare themselves to hibernate in winter, so which means to hide or to spend the winter in a place or to sleep for a very long time in winter in order not to be or not to face the hard circumstances of cold weather in winter. So the pandas don't hibernate because they need to eat a lot of food, so they need to eat from 8 to 16 kilos of bamboo every day, and they eat for 12 to 16 hours daily, so they spend most of the day eating. In this case, of course, they will not be able to store this huge amount of food inside a place, and also they will not be able to spend this very long time of winter hiding in a place without eating the food that they need. Giant pandas walk and run on all four legs. They can climb trees and swim. Giant pandas live in the mountains of China. They are endangered. Around 700 to 1,000 pandas are alive today. Actually, pandas are one of the most important or most endangered kinds of animals all over the world, especially the pandas that they live in very cold weather or in very in Atlantic, in the cold places. Okay, so they are very rare and they are really endangered, which means, what does it mean endangered? It means that they are in the danger of being extinct or to not to be existence anymore. Okay, so again, around 700 to 1,000 pandas are alive today, and this is actually because of the bad weather and because of the hard circumstances that they need to face every year, and of course of hunting them because they are very rare, and of course their value are really very high, and they worth of course this, so they are endangered and we have to keep them. And these were actually some information about the giant pandas that they were endangered of extinction. Let's move to slide number 3 in order to check read and write true or false. When giant pandas are born, they weigh 80 kilos Of course not, it's false. They weigh 80 grams, from 80 to 140 grams. Giant pandas walk and run on only 2 legs. No, it's false. They run and walk on the 4 legs. Giant pandas can climb trees, but they can't swim. No, it's false. They can't climb the trees, but they can swim, as you can see here inside your comprehension. Oh, sorry, they can climb and swim. Sorry, they can climb the trees and swim as well. Exactly. Great pandas live in the mountains in China. Yes, it's true. Now, let's move to slide number 4 in order to check what we are having for the choose the correct answer. Pandas live in the mountains of China. Giant pandas walk and run on all 4 legs. Giant pandas eat bamboo. Pandas are endangered. Around 700 to 1,000 pandas are only alive today and the others already dead. Pandas are giant, which means huge or very big animals. Slide number 5. Pandas don't in the winter, of course, don't hibernate in the winter. They eat for 12 to 16 hours daily, which means every day. How much do adult pandas weigh? How many giant pandas are alive today? Not live, not live, not live. Okay. And here we are going to move to slide number 6 in order to check how we can write a composition about the pandas. Here the question is about write a paragraph of 7 sentences about the giant pandas, and here you're having all the information that you can need inside your comprehension. Of course, exactly like you are talking about the giant pandas and where they live, how much they weigh, and actually the circumstances that they should live in, and the number of the pandas that they are alive today. And also you can tell us about the hibernate in the winter. Do they do this or not? And why they don't do this? Because they need to eat for a very long time, and actually they need a huge amount of food every day, so they can't store this huge amount of food in just one place and hide there. They need to move, they need to eat for 12 to 16 hours daily. And let me add something to you in order to write this, if you wanted to write, of course, in your paragraph, that pandas are very sensitive animals. They need to feel warm, they need to feel that they are free, otherwise they are going to be depressed, and of course the depression is going to affect them and their lives. Okay, let me remind you with the form of the paragraph, as here we can start our paragraph by leaving a space at the beginning of the sentence, and then we can continue our sentence until the end of the line, then moving to the next line, and then start to write about the pandas. Please pay attention to the capital letters and pay attention to the full stop. Thank you so much. I'm going to meet you back again in the next session, and about which is going to be about Unit 8 in our O level. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being with you today. I really enjoyed my session with you. Thank you again.